Our new friends at Nasiol were kind enough to send me a bunch of products to test, including this XR03 ceramic coating. So what we're gonna do today is put this product through its full paces. We're gonna look at durability, we're gonna look at slickness, visual appeal, ease of installation, everything that I do. Let's find out just how good this is and if Nasiol is a premium product. We're gonna shake the bottle up and kick off the application. Use a generous amount of coating. Now we'll apply it to the panel, and I like to start out with kind of a cross in the middle, bring it across, and then work back and forth. And that tends to give me pretty good coverage without the product thinning out too much. And this seems like a very fast flashing product. I see it already starting to flash in the areas where I've made my passes. There's a very strong solvent smell. It's very rapidly flashing. The instructions tell me the product should start to bead, and that's when we'll know it's ready to be wiped up. I need just a second of your time to let you know that I've got affiliate links down below in the description. They're the products you may see in this video, as well as others that I love and trust. Purchasing anything at all at those websites will give this channel a small commission at no added cost to you. The coating is flashed. Let's see how easy it is to buff off. I'll also show you exactly how we're grading this test. Check out the scoring method on your screen. It seems relatively easy to remove. I'm getting almost everything on the first pass. I would even say I can immediately feel some added slickness from the product. Let's flip our towel, and you might normally use 2 different towels because we're doing one small area. A single towel is okay for our insurance wipe. You just flip it. Overall, I think this product is quite easy to use. If we look at the criteria that I showed you earlier on the screen, it would score a 10. I couldn't really think of anything that would make it much easier to use or kind of a better experience. I personally do like longer flash times, allowing me to work with more areas. However, this is such a quick flash time and the product comes up so easily that you could just apply it to the section or panel and just continue moving along the car. I think that's very good for a DIY user. One thing to note, of course, is that I am in a room temperature, 50% or so humidity environment. More humidity can accelerate the rate at which the chemical reactions happen when you're applying a coating. So do think about that a little bit. If you're in a very humid area, just realize you might be closer to the 30 seconds than the 60 seconds and keep that in mind. But I do think 10 points for this one here on application. Hydrophobicity isn't all about pretty beads. It actually helps self-cleaning. That means things not sticking to your car, the car being easier to wash off, rinse, and clean, and a safer wash overall. We need to find out if this Nasiol XR03 is hydrophobic, and for that, we're gonna be testing its contact angle. It's a measurement of surface energy, and a low surface energy will give us the biggest, roundest beads, and that's what we want. This is a contact angle meter that I designed and 3D printed, and it will show us through a microscope connected to our laptop exactly what those beads look like. We'll measure those contact angles using some software and give a score for this product. The fancy computer software work is over. Let's go to the laptop and take a look at our score for the Nasiol XR03. On average, the XR03 scored 102 degrees of contact angle, meaning it is very good hydrophobicity for 7.5 points. It has a low surface energy, which means that you will get that really nice beading and really great self-cleaning, things not sticking to your car. So kudos to Nasiol, definitely a nicely hydrophobic product. Having allowed the product some time to cure on the panel, let's figure out if it's pretty. Does it make the panel pop? Does it make the paint glow more? Does it give you that warm depth, making the paint look like it's wet, that candy appearance that everybody wants? We'll be able to find out exactly how pretty it is on both red and black, based on my opinion as somebody who tests a lot of coating products. I will show you the scoring system on the screen now. Just remember, we're gonna be using it against both the black panel and the red panel and then averaging. Looking at the red panel, I think the product does make it look prettier. I wouldn't say that it's like a night and day gigantic difference, but I can clearly see a deeper look. The reflections seem to be a bit clearer on the section of the panel we treated, and it's overall optically more pleasing. This definitely puts it solidly into the 5 points category on the red. I don't think it quite had enough depth and pop to really make it to a 10. I think it could be a little difficult for me to show it through camera. However, I promise you, if you're standing here with me, you would be able to see that line and look at the two sides and say hey, that does make a visual difference. Definitely makes the paint a bit more striking. And on red, which is a bright color, that can be hard to do. Here is our black test panel. We've got the product we're testing on the left, and there's a different product on the right for another video. But if I move the panel around a little bit, you should be able to see that this product does indeed change the optical quality of the black, and I think it does a pretty decent job at it. I think it's very similar to the red in that I can optically, and I think on black you will as well, be able to optically tell that there is a noticeable difference. However, it is not incredibly striking and impressive. The other product on the panel, I think you'll really be able to see that one. That one is very striking. For the black, we'll also give the product a 5, just like on the red. The visual appeal test we did gave us an idea of what the product looks like and my opinion of it, and a score based on kind of my expertise. However, I can also show you an objective way to measure some of the looks of the product by using a gloss meter to figure out the specular reflection of a treated surface. Now, this panel normally comes in at 88 gloss units after prep and polish. It is an average number. I take 5 samples, and now we're going to take 5 more samples with our Nasiol product applied to see if that gloss, that specular reflection, has gone up or down. We'll give it points if the specular reflection goes up and take points away if it goes down. And I'll show you guys the bare paint too, just so you have an idea. It's the strip in the middle. 87.9, 0.1 off from 88. Again, it's an average, guys. On average, the product was able to reach 90.5 gloss units, rounded up. Let's subtract 88 and get our score, and we can see the product is going to get 2.5 points. It doesn't seem like a lot, and it is kind of at that threshold of what the human eye may be able to perceive. And it is interesting because I didn't think this product was quite that brilliant on the black optically, but it seems like it reflects more light. People often overlook the benefits of slickness from a last step product such as a ceramic coating. Well, it can be important because it almost provides like a lubricity as something tries to cut across the surface. You want it to be smooth, and that's exactly what we're going to measure with this device. The coating has been applied to this panel some time ago, and we will measure the gram force needed to move the block. We'll then calculate the static coefficient of friction, and the lower it is, the slicker the surface is, and we'll give it a score. It took 96 grams of force on average to move our 1,040 gram block. To get the coefficient, we simply divide, and we see that the static coefficient of friction of this Nasiol XR03 is 0.09. That is excellent. That's an incredibly slick product. It's gonna score a 10 in this test. It will definitely help protect your paint. Durability matters. To test it, I'm using an oximeter that applies constant pressure and motion across the panel with a terry pad, plus a mild shampoo for lubrication. Before we start the cycles, I'll spray some water on the surface and watch for the control strip in the center, which hasn't been treated. And that lets us compare the performance of the product before any abrasion against the clear coat, so we can see as it starts to wear down, if it wears down. Panels going in the oximeter now, and we'll score the test in batches of 10, 20, 50, 100, 300, and 1,000 passes. After each one, we'll spray the panel with water and see if it's still working. When the coating fails, we'll stop and score based on the last pass that survived. Now, just to be clear, this is only a durability test, not a real-world longevity test. We can only use this to infer longevity from it, but let's be real. If it can't survive a few wash cycles, it's not going to last long in the real world either. The Nasiol XR03 is clearly working really well after 1,000 washes. There's no visible wear line. It's getting 10 points. This is absolutely A+. I'm very happy with that performance, and I would fully expect this to provide some significant longevity on your vehicle. This Nasiol product really impressed me in a lot of ways. I thought that it was overall quite a powerhouse. I think the only category that I'd like to see more performance in would be visual appeal. I just don't think it quite has that wet candy paint look, that depth, that pop that you really want. It wouldn't keep me from buying it if I was interested in a lot of those other characteristics in which it performed so well. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and if this is your first time visiting the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit the like button to let me know you enjoyed the video, and I'd love to talk to you down below in the comments too.